What is the purpose of the divine feminine woman in this world? Welcome to my new video. Let's decode very, very important topic because it's time for the divine feminine to truly understand what is her purpose. There is too many false timelines and programming around who women should be. What is the divine feminine? What is this polarity? What is about? We have the old theory of submissiveness, silence, only motherhood, miserable motherhood, sacrifice. And then on the other hand, we have a new age where is feminism, where is feminine liberation, where is over-sexualization, hyper-independence, and so on. Both spectrums are important because very often when collapsing of false structure, we have to go through one extreme to another. And this is what's happening with the divine feminine as well. First, we were in one extreme, complete oppression, suppression, silence, and now we're going into other extreme where is overly loud, hyper-independent, overly sexualizing, overly focused on beauty, overly healing, overly spirituality. So now it's time that we bridge those two realities and find the middle ground, which is the truth. In this both spectrums, there are things that are false and there are things that are truth. Our goal as women, as the divine feminine, is to decode all those false interpretations and bring the truth back to ourselves and start living from that divine truth. What is the divine truth and what is false? The original template of the feminine is angelic frequency. But not the angels from religion, not the angels that we're programmed to believe in. But when I say angelic frequency, this means that they come the closest to the source, which means our souls who chose to incarnate as the divine, as the representative of the divine feminine, we have a certain responsibility and a certain frequency that we carry. We are the closest to source. We are the bridges between source and the physical realm. We are literally vessels through which divine love of creation runs through us and comes to the planet. This also gives us the ability to birth new souls into the physical realm. In our bodies, literally, a soul transforms from energy, from light, from sound into physical, materialistic world, into the body. And this is extremely powerful. But our vessel, our body, our channel, our bridge is not just for birthing new souls. It is much, much bigger than that. It is literally a stargate. And this gate, when opened, when working, when connected fully, when aligned, when remembered, gate for source, light, and love, the highest frequency of original design, entering this planet and going directly into the earth, into the grids, and reminding Mother Earth and all of us the truth of source. So any woman that have chosen to incarnate in this time and space on earth has a big, big mission. First of all, to restore the truth of who she is as the divine feminine. In order to do that, she needs to embark on a hero's journey to discover herself, to clear and heal all the distortions from both spectrums that we talked about, to return back to her divine union code within, to reconnect to that truth of source within her, to reconnect to her magnificent heart, because the heart is the door to the source. And when she reconnects to her truth, the source love starts flooding through her consciously. And this frequency of love that the feminine can hold is literally the frequency of God. And this frequency, just by being present in this frequency, people can heal, can have instant remembrance, instant DNA unlocks. It can bring a new soul into the physical realm. But not any soul. When a woman is in her full love frequency of source, the souls that come in can come in with full remembrance of the sacred knowledge from other dimensions, other timelines, other harmonic universes, with incredible intelligence, solutions that this planet desperately is waiting for. So any woman can have a baby, but not any woman can birth a fully awakened soul. Let that sink in. And again, it's not about just birthing those children. It's about you becoming you. It's you coming back to your original source design, which is love. And I know this can sound very simple, but love that we know on the earth currently is false. Love that we see as pain, love as we see as sacrifice, love as suffering, love as conditions, love as role plays, safety, lack, trauma bonding, waiting for the fairy tale, fantasy loves, toxic. This all needs to collapse, especially in the feminine. First part of the purpose of the divine feminine is reconnecting to her heart, tapping back into that love and remembering, I am love, I am source frequency. This is the first part. The second part of the mission is when she taps back into her heart, into the love, into remembering her frequency. This will automatically activate her love covenant with her divine partner. This will start awakening him, his potential, his remembrance, whether through life experiences, but there will be a time of preparation for their meeting, and the realities of both of them will start shifting for the meeting to happen. The third part of her mission is holding the frequency of love while her divine masculine is in the process of awakening, to stay focused on herself and keep healing and keep dismantling the distortions and false illusions about who she needs to be in the partnership. The next part of her mission is when the child comes in, she will hold the frequency of love for 7 years until the soul fully integrates through her voice, through singing, through her divine partner loving her, through being present for her child fully with physical touch, with her presence, with her love, with her guidance, not control, not fixing, through her presence. And when the child is fully integrated, then she will be initiated into the role of an elder. She will hold the community, she will hold the frequency of love for the community, for other children, for other young souls, young adult women who will be initiated into their feminine role. We as women now who choose to take this responsibility of being the bridge of the old world and the new world that is being birthed through us, yes, we have a hard job, probably one of the hardest, which only tells us of the mastery of our soul, the maturity of our soul that has chose to do this work for ourselves to grow and evolve as souls and for this planet and humanity. This is an honor, this is a responsibility, this is our mission, this is commitment, and this is something that we have chosen to do. And as faster as we remember this and fully step into this mission, our life will become magnificent, magical, just created from pure love that will flood us with love and everyone around us. And then we will be so much loved and appreciated and seen and valued and in the position we are meant to be, that it will blow our mind. All that we're trying now to achieve with sexualizing ourselves, hyper independence, building businesses, trying to be visible, trying to be loud, fighting against the system, fighting against men, fighting against patriarchy, forcing feminism. This is not the way of returning to love. Yes, it's a step that is necessary. Yes, it's a step that we all need to go through to awaken from the victim, from silence, from oppression. Yes, we all need that. But the next step is not to stay there, not to stay in anger, not to stay in fighting mode, not to stay alone, not to stay in the toxic energy, but to evolve, outgrow that angry, oppressed little girl and evolve into the queen mastery of divine feminine, which is pure love. So my sisters, I invite you to dig deep inside of you, to work on yourself, and never stop until you come back to love, because it's there, it's waiting on you to accept this truth, to remember and step into the power that you have always been meant to embody, and that is pure source love. If you loved this video, please share with other women, share in your social media, share in their DMs, subscribe, like, and thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next video.